If when you had the coves, did your butt bleed?
When I had the cove?
Yeah.
No, but I heard that's a thing.
That your butt bleeds?
Yep. Oh, did you have bleedy poopies?
No. It's when I wipe.
Oh, most likely that's a hemorrhoid.
Oh, thank God I don't have COVID.
That's worse.
Hemorrhoids are worse than COVID.
Yes. You just
I was kidding.
Oh.
I think I'm a heavy wiper.
That could be it too. It's not bad until you have like bleeding poos. That's when it becomes a thing.
That's a great way to start the podcast.
Yeah, if it's a big bleeding pool, then you need to worry about. That's one of the signs. I looked it up.
I was just like, how are we gonna do this intro? So I started with that.
No, you did not. Allegedly. Allegedly. That's all alleged shit I just said.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding about the bloody poop or anything. I was just like, what type of intro should I put on today?
I don't know.
And blindside Alex with. It's like become a tradition now.
Well, yeah, there we go. Let's start this bitch up. I don't know. I don't know what we really need to talk about today.
We talked about last night. We were going to talk about Kaldheim because we didn't dive too deep into it, like what we liked from it, what we do for commanders and stuff like that.
No, that just seems like old news. We're done with that. There's pretty exciting shit going on in the Magic community. We got one fetchland, and old artwork. That's gonna be pretty titties if you can get it in foil because it's not a mythic.
Can those come in foil? Those time shifted things?
I don't know. You might have to look that up.
I want to look that up. I hope. It'd be so weird if they don't do all the fetch lands, at least of that set. You know.
Yeah, it'd be pretty titty with the old style.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was telling Max yesterday, that's really cool. So now you can match them up with the old Onslaught ones.
Yeah.
So it looks really good. Yeah, I mean, Time Spiral Remastered looks really good. It's got a good potential. They just need to announce like Trickbind and
the heavy hitters.
The heavy hitters, yeah, like Damnation. Vincer got announced, which is Vincer. He was kind of climbing.
Mm-hmm.
Urborg. Hopefully they'll announce that. You know what's really surprised? They didn't bring any of the slivers. I haven't seen any of the slivers so far.
There's 2 slivers that got the time shift.
I must have missed them.
Yeah, there are 2 white slivers, I think.
Okay. The wine sign or the side winding one and the.
I think so. And then I think there's a white one that gives them +1/+1.
Yeah. Is there?
I think so.
Oh.
But I think that's the one I saw.
But yeah, that's yeah. Either way, yeah, that comes out here really soon.
March 19th.
March 19th. Yeah, we're taking pre-orders here soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should probably do it here this week. Just take the pre-orders, buy that shit, people.
It's gonna get bought up. It's gonna get bought up.
And yeah, it sucks that we only got X.
I think that's a safe number. It's just you can't trust Wizards whether they say it's gonna be a reprintable product or not.
Yeah. So here's the thing too. I think it's come to the point because it's such a trend with Magic now that because Hasbro has a chokehold on them. I think every product's just gonna have like gas, like serious gas. And I think the only one that hasn't, it's kind of been and the set's not bad. It's just kind of a letdown. Is Kaldheim.
Oh, I was gonna say Zendikar. I was really let down by that one.
I don't know, man. Boxes of that. And
well, it's because the topper.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Kaldheim is a set I think is fun and adds cool flavor.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's not. I like the snow stuff, and they add more to the element of the snow. The flip cards are really cool. The gods, but just like a letdown as a product overall selling, that's probably been the weakest one. Because Zendikar Rising, you just keep buying boxes, get those box stoppers, all day long.
Yeah, that baffles me that they still have collector boosters in stock of that product, but
and there's nothing worth it.
But like nothing, but like the other collector boosters, they don't have in stock.
Of course, because the other ones were way better, way better.
And they're cheap at places. They were going for like $18 a pack. Yeah. And I'm like, you can get fetch lands and stuff in this. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
The sliver I was talking about is a +0/+2, and then sinew sliver. It gives +1/+1, by the way. There's pulmonic sliver, lymph sliver, Poltai sliver. Absorb 1.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that mechanic.
Yeah, I think it's the only one.
All slivers.
It was a mechanic from like the future site. Supposedly it was going to be an ability, but they didn't do it. They only pulled like a couple of abilities from that. The delve and I think that's it. I had to look at all the abilities in future site. But I think that's the only one they brought back, or they only introduced in later sets is Delve.
That Treasure Cruise shifted art's cool.
Yeah. There's quite a bit of cards that are neat, time shifted. But Treasure Cruise is kind of still a card like I mean, it's really hard because it's paper magic's not really a thing right now. So you're basically just buying it for nothing, And I don't know. I think Treasure Cruise is banned in most formats, right?
Yeah, it used to be worth something, but not really now.
Yeah, they took a shit on that delve. I'm
just happy to see Stuffy Doll can get back kind of in the market.
Yeah, so that's a pretty interesting set coming out, and then at the end of March. No, when is it? In April?
You talking about for Strixhaven?
Yeah.
It's April.
April, yeah. Man, that's such a fucking... I hate that it's a month away. Just draining the bank.
It reminds me of Modern Horizons.
Yeah.
Because we had that issue.
Yeah. It's insane. But no, it's so... The Strixhaven, now that's going to be a set. Now, like, the collector boosters for that, it's going to be bananas. Just regular Japanese packs are going to be bananas too. I think that product's gonna sell just because demonic tutors, people like they came out with the mystery boosters, and you know how many demonic tutors were pulled out of the boxes that we sold?
I don't even think it was a printed card.
Fuck, I got one by luck.
Like it's a ploy by the government,
and it was insane. And Jacob bought like four or 5 boxes, and only got like maybe 1 or 2,
and like 10 mana crypts.
Yeah, yeah. He was like, I keep pulling this shit like candy. I was like, yeah, right? Yeah. I don't know, man. I think it's... And then the new Swords of... That Japanese artwork for the Swords of Plowshare is pretty baller, too. Mm-hmm. Nobody gives a shit about Op. And that's true.
The Ops are pretty, though.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's pretty. Whatever. But they only revealed 3 cards. I'm assuming there's going to be more.
Yeah, they're all of them. All the Strixhaven special cards, they have a Japanese variant.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. But I wonder if there's going to be more cards.
Mystical Tutor.
No, you think they're going to do the tutors? It makes sense.
That one does, or Personal Tutor, like that. It has like kind of a schooly feel to it.
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean they're tutors.
But then again, Swords to Plowshares isn't fit the theme. It's going from fighting to farming.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. And demonic tutor.
The moment they confirm that...
maybe they'll make a diabolic tutor. Because that's the easier one to get reprinted.
Diabolic Tutor. That's the 4-mana one?
No, not Diabolic. That's Demonic.
Demonic Tutor is the 2-mana one.
Oh, what am I thinking? The one you sack a creature when you cast it.
It's Diabolic Intent.
Oh, Diabolic Intent.
I'm pretty sure.
It was
Let me double check.
Tutor.
It could be wrong. Yeah, Diabolic Tutor is the 4-mana one.
Yeah. Maybe they might do that too, just to fuck around with the Tutor series. Anything that has Tutor in it, they might do a Rhystic Study.
That would make sense too.
Yeah. That'd be fucking... And then they'll put like Merchant Scroll, and then they'll put all the stupid books and shit in there.
I feel like if they did Rhystic Study, it'd be a Mythic. I think it'd be a Mythic.
That's another fucking product that anybody got their hands on too, with both separate sets of releases of them. We thought we were gonna flood the market with that, and they never did.
With what?
Rhystic Study.
Oh.
Remember, because they were basically they put it in mystery boosters, couldn't hardly get it, and then they put it in Jumpstart, still don't fucking get it.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I mean, we need to check up on the Jumpstart, see if we can get some more.
Nope, I checked.
Oh fuck.
But Walmart has blister packs, so they cater to those big stores, which is awesome.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it for Magic right now. I mean, there's that. I mean, there is some neat commander decks with Kaldheim. Obviously, people were pretty salty about the God of what's his name?
You're talking about the God of Salt, Turgrin?
Turgrin, yeah.
Yeah,
that guy. I saw that guy, and I immediately knew that guy was fucking bullshit.
I think it's just now more scary that it's just almost an auto include in a lot of black decks.
It's insane. Yeah, I took Max's turn in his deck. I mind slaved him last night, and then V-tutored him. I was like, "Go ahead, you're gonna play Vampire Tutor and hold priority," I cycled and then Vampire Tutor in response, and then he was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, so I Vampire Tutor, looking through his deck, and I saw that God in there. I was like, God damn it, man, this is stupid. It like he has no ability in there to make people sack or discard cards, but it's in there. Because I looked through the whole deck.
Is it 4-color good stuff?
Huh? The 4-color good stuff.
He's got Grave Pact, and he's got 2 sack outlets because he runs that demon that deals 1 to someone. He has
but still, that's only grabbing the creature. That Turgid, you just kind of want to get anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the purpose. But it's still kind of like but he had those sack outlets all before that. So if you played the deck before and it's in infancy, he already had the sack shit. Like the Flash one, this Flash Grey Pact, and then just he had regular Grey Pact in there. So it's not like nothing. He just threw that in there. He was like, "Oh, that's neat." I was like, "No, and nobody cares." But he also had Gray's Betrayal.
Yeah.
In there, and I was like, "Oh, really? All right, that's cool." Cameron went balls deep on him yesterday because he was doing some shenanigans, and then that's pretty much really it. And it was just doing some shenanigans, and Cameron ended up killing him and tried to kill me. I rift sweep his ass. I cyclonic rift his ass, and then that's when it became my game, and then I won. I was like, yes. I went. Where did I go? I searched for an artifact. Oh, he thought he was gonna be cute. Real cute. He like spilled out his hand. Oh no, because he was stupid. He's like, he said, here goes Cameron again. He says, tax step, or he says, attacking. Or something like that. He mentioned the word attacking. So then I'm like, oh, he's going to assist tack step. So at the beginning of your attack, or what I'm really gonna have to look that up and look at the rulings on that, because that's the most annoying thing about that situation. Him, because I can't remember how it works at the beginning of your attack step. You're still in your main phase for some weird reason.
No, I think what he means is that before you go to your attack step, if you play something, you don't leave that phase.
Yeah, so I get that. I understand that. But when you say attack step, you left your main phase.
Yeah, you're
right?
in combat step.
He's like combat. Oh, maybe he said combat. He's like combat, and I was like, okay. And then I wrist sweep him, and he like floated a bunch of mana, and he's like, still in my main phase. Replayed everything, and I was like, okay. And I was like, well, no. I was like, oh nope. And then he tries to argue with me, and I was like, I don't care. I genuinely do not care. This is just a fucking game. I don't care if I win or lose. I just misheard you. I didn't understand what you were talking about. That's my bad. Oh, and he starts playing shit like a fucking tard. But it just like, I was like, all right, man. I was like, I don't care. So he was like, he tried to be cute, and then he comes in at me because now everything he had what the fuck did he do? Oh, so no, he recast everything and then passed turn because he couldn't really do anything. He still had that footman, but nothing had haste. So then it goes to my turn, comes back. I had that forger from I forgot what set it was. I think it might have been Scars. The one that's a 5, he's a 3/5 artifact, sack 3 artifacts.
Oh, yeah.
You can search your library for an artifact and put it into play. So then he goes,
yeah.
So I had a lantern out, and this lantern was kind of combating his shit, just fucking with his stuff in his graveyard. So I was like, okay. And then he comes back and he tries to be cute again. So I was like, all right, let me sack. He's like, command the Dread Horde. And I was like, your targets? He's like, oh, I don't have to target anything yet. I was like, no, you do. It says target. Which targets are you targeting? Oh, really? And he was like looking at it, and he's like, okay. And I was like, all right. So then he targets, and I'm like, I don't like those targets. So I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna exile your graveyard. And then he's like, on response, I'm gonna dual Castle Mage, copying the Commander Dread Horde. I was like, okay. And then he was like, okay. And then he brings back an army, and he's going to go to swing. I was like, response. Sack the Forge guy. And then I go for Cataclysm Gearhulk. I was like, dude. I was like, because he stole a lot of shit. And he was like, because, he had ended up getting Noxious School and trying to kill my blocker, which is the 3/5 guy. And then I was like, I sacked him in response, so he doesn't gain any life. And then I went for the Noxious Gear, or went for the trench. What is it? What did I say?
The Cataclysm Gear.
Yeah.
Trash Gear didn't.
So he had all those dudes. Had to fucking sack them all. And then I was like, oh. And I was like, yeah.
Don't they get do they get exiled or sacked?
They get sacked.
Oh, okay.
Sacked the rest. So I was like, oh, whatever. And then I fled Shroom, got the lantern back, killed all his shit again in the graveyard, and then just beat his face in with Shroom, and he had no response. And I was like, yes.
Your Shroom deck is pretty solid.
I like it. I just don't play it much.
Your favorite's your Mimeoplasm deck, right?
I really starting to like Mimeoplasm. Oh, dude, I fucking took 7 turns with that deck.
With the normal combo you do?
Yeah. Shit.
At one time?
I got 1 turn.
What creature did you take to put that many counters on it?
So turn 3, I had okay, so no, I gotta believe in my gut sometimes. I had a fetch in my hand, and I had so my starting hand was 3 lands, a forest, the tri-land, the cycles, but it's the bug colors.
Yeah.
And so a fetch land, that land, a green land, and then I had Deathrite Shaman, the Wisdom of the Cunning.
Mm-hmm.
The one that mills for blue, you become the monarch, and then
Yes.
like 2 random cards. I can't remember those other random cards. I think they were irrelevant. But I was like, oh cool, and I was like, you know what? I should play my forest, play the
Shaman.
shot. I didn't have a forest. You know what? There was no reason for me to play. I should have played the shaman. I don't know why I didn't do that. Because that was a dumb move. Because I could have turned one. I could still turn one, fetch for a breeding pool, played the shaman, turn
Eat your own
2,
land.
played the. So I ended up playing the guy. I played Deathrite Shaman turn 2 rather than turn 1. Poor Magic player. And then I turned 3 the actual fucking thing. Or turn 2. Yeah, I did turn. Yeah, turn. Yeah, nope. I did turn 3. So I laid the Wisdom of Cunning.
Court of
Became the
Cunning.
monarch. The Court of Cunning.
Court of Cunning, yeah.
I keep thinking it's the Wisdom of Cunning or some shit like that. So I played it. Then no one hit me. So then I flipped over to my turn, and then I was like, okay, everybody mills, and I milled myself. Lord of Extinction went in there. I was like, okay, cool. So then I was like, and then I finally got hit, and then I got 2 more turns around where I got to mill everybody, and then the last turn, that second turn that I came back around, I had the Sage of Hours kicked in there. I was like, I'm gonna play Mimeoplasm. Anybody got any response? They were like, no. I was like, okay. He's coming to Sage of Hours and gonna get Lord of the Extinction. He's gonna have the Lord of Extinction's power and toughness. He's like, what's that? It's equal to all the cards in the graveyard. And counted it up, and it was like 30. It was the total was 35.
Yeah.
So then I took 7 turns, and then I was like, oh, Dylan fucked up. So it's a 1-1. It was just dinky. I was like, oh, I took 7 turns. I can build up a good turn base. So then I'm like, I give it to enchantment where if it dies, it comes back into play, and then that land turns into basically I can still put a creature from my graveyard under the battlefield for 5 mana. It's a Journey into the Ether.
Yeah.
No, Journey into Eternity.
Yeah, Journey to Eternity.
So then he so I swing in with the 1/1, and he's like, I'll block you with my 5/5 horse. I was like, all right. Because he had that horse guy. If he gains life, you get a 5/5 horse.
Yep.
And then I was like, okay. He was like, I shouldn't have blocked that. Nope. And then it comes back as a Blazing Archine because I stole it from Dylan's graveyard, and with the Trastodon's power and toughness countered on him, so it's like a 14-15, and I was like, all right, hit Dylan, hit Dylan, hit Dylan, hit Dylan. Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah. It was 4 turns, but still got there. I still had 3 turns to spare. But yeah, that was Mimeoplasm. That's probably the best combo in that deck. And it's not it doesn't necessarily win all the time, like with that combo.
It's just really good synergy. Like that, the first time you played it, I was like, huh, that's cute. I'm like, oh, whoa.
That's the most I've ever taken. I've only taken like maybe before that I've taken maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Still not bad.
Because Wes plays that deck quite often. I don't think he plays Sage of Hours.
I know.
So that's why I'm like, huh, looky there. When you first played it.
I was like, oh. I was like, Josh Hall, he has a copy for it. He has a copy for me. And a full art one from the Masters. And then I was like, oh sweet. But and he just told me, just don't ever hit me with it. I'm like, okay. I'm not gonna hit you with it anyways. I'm just gonna take some turns with that son of a bitch. Man, and Rift Sweeper is always the VB in that one. I like doing that combo over and over again. I was like, yes. That's why when somebody exiled the fucking, I think it was you exiled the wrist sweeper. I was like, no.
I know what that thing does.
You can't wrist sweep yourself.
Because you can't riff sweep or riff sweeper. God, you can't say that fucking thing fast.
Yeah, me and Max have been on the wrist sweeper bandwagon. It has been fucking. Yeah, I think wrist sweeper's really good.
Yeah.
I think it's super underplayed in Commander. Especially if you have a combo piece that just got exiled, you're like, nah, homie. It's back in the deck.
And if you can find a way to blink it like with that fucking Soul Bond dude or something, then that'd be really good.
Yeah. Yeah, but so that was last night's bullshit. Oh, sorry about that, folks. Yeah, that was last night's bullshit, man. It was the only one still
last night's bullshit.
Yeah,
that should be like a segment.
Yeah,
this time on last night's bullshit.
Yeah, last night's bullshit. That'll be a different podcast. I just talk about random shit.
I just like that when we were playing back there, and Jacob had huge board state with his fucking suspend deck. Like,
oh yeah,
I was like, I told him, I said, you don't have much mana. You have mana problems now again. He goes, yep, you don't need much with it. You just need 3 mana, and off you go to the races. And then,
so was all that shit suspended?
Yes.
Oh,
and then he was about to get his Karn off. So I had Rafik out, and then I totally forgot, like, how am I gonna get through this? I'm like, oh, Bant Charm tucks things away. So I tucked away his only flying things, popped him for like 30 damage, Commander.
I was there for that.
And then someone's like, you gonna try to find a way to get through to Cam or to them? And I'm like, next equipment, the one that gives them infect, and I took Justin out, and then next turn I took Cam out because I gave it flying. It just felt good. It was just like pow, pow, pow.
Yeah.
One after the
other. Yeah, man. Yep.
We should definitely make that a segment every time we do this, since there's a lot of bullshit that goes on Friday nights.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. See what we got to do. Man, we got to get on that Patreon thing, man. We'll figure it out. Quit our jobs. Be a bunch of weebles.
You still can't say that, right? It was the best thing. You're like, was it weeboos? What was? And then Cam's like, weeaboos. You're like, yeah, weeboos.
That's so fucked it up.
Like, we weren't making fun of you. It's just the fact that he said that you literally just fucked it up again.
Oh God, I did, man. That was just such an idiot moment. God, embarrassing.
Oh yeah, weeaboos.
Weeaboos. Yeah, weeaboos. Weeaboos.
But that it kind of came out of left field because we're talking about like you won't find a biggest hypocrite but a Magic player. And you're like, no, weeaboos were.
Yeah, those guys fucking oof. They hate life. They want to be in an anime.
They want to be reincarnated.
Yeah, I'm reincarnated in an anime. That should be the next thing.
Like a real life dude is reincarnated in anime.
Yeah, it's like I'm in an anime instead of that isekai shit. I'm so fucking tired of isekais. I just want to chokehold like first person that did that. I was like, you're starting bullshit.
Isekai is that genre, the reincarnated
genre.
Oh,
and there's like the slice of life, and then there's fantasy, and then mecha. That was the biggest thing in the 90s.
Oh yeah,
mecha
Gundam.
Ones, yeah. All the mecha ones, like Neo Genesis. What is it? Gundam. And then there's a bunch of other ones. But those are the big ones. Those are there's a bunch of them. Like there's this one Broken Blade. I thought that was really decent. But in general, like mecha stuff, there's been a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the different Gundam series, and there's been a lot of mecha like like genre. It was big. It was a big hype. Then it went into like fantasy, and then fantasy kind of like died off. Slice of life has always kind of been on the back burner. And then,
I wanted to ask you this yesterday. What's an anime? I didn't mean to cut you off. I just remembered it. What's an anime that's super hyped that you could have never gotten into, or you still can't get into, and you just don't understand why there's so much following for it?
One Piece. That's it.
Yeah.
One Piece. It's just so fucking it's annoying. You get literally watching. I think Haggy put it right. He was like, "Yeah, you gotta fast forward like 6 minutes, 10 minutes into the episode of a 30-minute episode just to get things going." Just like, oh, okay, now I know what you're talking about. It is true, and it's just insane. It's insane. It's like what old Dragon Ball used to be. Like the old Dragon Ball episodes, and it'll be like 3 episodes of Goku just standing there when he arrived and to save Piccolo and Gohan.
Yeah.
When they're in the Saiyan saga, he's still standing there. And then Nappa's like fucking beat the hell up, and he's just still standing there. And they're like, basically, Vegeta's just monologuing the whole fucking time, and you're like, what is going on? They're supposed to fight, and then they decide to finally fight. Then they fly. They fly to. It's a whole nother episode of them flying to a spot to fight.
I just saw.
And then that episode ends with them on different pillars, and it's a big famous scene in a lot of like anime where those two were standing in 2 different pillars, and they're doing their fighting stance. So, but it was annoying. I was like, "You motherfucker! I gotta wake up again next Saturday at 5:00 in the morning." Oh no, it was anime. Oh my god, anime was the most frustrating thing during the 90s. I was a kid trying to watch anime, and the only way you could watch it, it was like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, or it's like fucking. Sometimes there was one time it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, what the fuck, man? So it changed it up, and then it just kept changing, and then it just like it. So I didn't have a TV guide at the time, folks. You probably don't know what a TV guide is, but it's this old magazine that used to come out weekly, a little book, would tell you what all the shows would basically run on each station, what time on what channel. Day, and so I didn't have TV guides at the time, so I would just flick through. I would see it, and then I'm like, oh, this comes on at this time at this day. So then I used to have to watch Dragon Ball that way, like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning for 30 minutes because I thought the anime was badass. And then it'd be like, it switched times on the station, and then it would switch from station. It switched from like 3 different TV channels, and I was so fucking mad. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that we didn't get it a lot here in America. So it would restart.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have a new episode.
Yeah.
For months. And you like watch through it, and you're like, okay, come on. No, fuck, man. Ah, shit.
Adult Swim did that with the first Full Metal Alchemist. They'd get to the episode where Ed would step in that pool of Philosopher's Stone and go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And then after that episode, they would just cycle back over because they weren't getting the episodes from Japan.
So annoying. That's the most annoying thing. Now that internet's provided,
you watch any anime
everything.
You want.
Yeah, a day of release in Japan, day of release here. It's so insane. What a world to be living in. I love it.
And yet we get fucking pissed off when it won't buffer and it's skipping and.
I don't get mad like that, but whatever.
Okay, Mr.
I don't get mad.
I'm okay.
It's just buffering. I'm like,
okay.
Whatever, man. Mm-hmm. I've waited a week. Wait a buffering time. It's like at 3 o'clock in the morning, this shit ain't nothing. Like, I got patience.
I couldn't get into Death Note and Bleach. Those are the 2 for me.
You know what? I kind of got into Death Note, and then I just kind of didn't finish the series. I was just like, but hey, man, a lot of fucking people loved it, man.
I just don't understand it.
A lot of people liked it.
I
couldn't get into What's that? Code Geass.
Oh God, don't even get me started on
Fucking,
that.
that's another mecha, by the way.
Fucking, I watched a few episodes of it. I'm just like, this is stupid.
Fucking Drew loved it, man.
I
Drew
can't stand
fucking loved
animes
it.
that have a person who has an ultimately god power, such as that dude who can control people's minds,
But one time,
or just even for one time, or Death Note where you can just kill anyone off by writing. It's too overpowered. I feel like there can't be a story behind it.
that's got some truth behind it. Yeah, because I mean, he could have took a massive amount of people and tell them just jump off a bridge.
Exactly. Like, I mean,
Just like go jump off a bridge.
so they tried to make it like a stressful. Oh, there's things he's got a caveat. Like every time he uses it, he loses a toe or something like that. I'm like,
No, they didn't do that with that.
what I'm saying is there's a caveat to make the story go on for
No,
episodes
they
and
didn't.
episodes.
not in any series.
And Death Note, he couldn't do it because he had that smart fucker L.
But that's not the caveat, though. That's like you're. I don't even know what the fuck you mean by caveat.
Like
So-
there's a reason why he can't go. There's like
there
a
is
drawback.
reason. I mean, he did have a reason. He just didn't want to get caught. That was the whole thing about Death Note. He just didn't want it ring into him.
But if he got caught, wouldn't he just kill the dude who he got caught by?
But he's got to know their name,
Isn't that easy?
huh?
This is gonna be me narrow thinking.
And that's
but
true. That's potentially true. What time setting is it in?
I thought it was like in modern day,
I guess in modern day of what
like
Death Note. When did Death Note come out?
was it late 2000s into 2010s and such?
Was it?
I'm pretty sure. Because I remember it was a big deal on Adult Swim.
Okay, but I don't know. I mean, it could have been. I mean, there's a big difference too. I mean, I don't know how much. You also got. I mean, it's different now. Like you could probably find somebody's name really
Yeah.
easy.
And like I said,
But
I could
back
be having
then,
narrow
I don't
thinking.
know. I don't know what the time setting was like. A 90s, 2000s, even early 2000s, between 2000 and 2005.
Oh, you can find anyone because MySpace was a big thing.
Yeah, but not everybody was on MySpace. Everybody's on social media. I don't know.
That was my joke. Almost like everyone was on MySpace. Did you not see my MySpace page?
No.
Boy, I had music, background going, Naruto theme song, and everything. It was,
Oh my god. Okay.
I was like, see my dragon axes on the wall?
God damn. Oh my god.
I got mad puss.
Yeah, you did. Anyway, so no, man.
Pokemon games.
Oh, that's also, what was I gonna say? No, we gotta finish up this anime conversation. Yeah, man. No, yeah, he just didn't want to get caught. He didn't want to get pointed back to him. I didn't understand how he could have. I mean, that other guy. I don't know what kind of fucking leg that other guy had to stand. I had to probably rewatch it.
You talking about L?
Oh yeah, I didn't know what kind of leg he had to stand on to find who this kid was. But whatever.
He wasn't even a detective, was he?
No, he's just some
Smart kid, right?
smart kid, supposedly genius. Yeah, people didn't like the ending of that, did they?
Yeah, they didn't.
No, they didn't like it. But either way, so I was trying to say, and then Code Geass, I didn't really get to watch it. Drew thought it was like the bee's knees, and I was like, eh. I tried to watch it like halfway. I was like, it's all right. It's all right, man. It's not great. But yeah. I don't know, man. I know that the Promised Neverland is taking a deep dump on season 2.
I'm like legit depressed about that.
Oof, man, people are super pissed about that, man. So mad, really mad, like fucking insanely mad.
Because at the end of season 1, I just wanted more.
Oh yeah, me too. I seriously, I waited 2 years. 2 years.
Did you read the manga?
No, I didn't. I just start reading it.
So you saw the entire first season on TV before reading any.
And I told myself not to read this. I wanted to be surprised by the anime, and then watch the first episode, and then I watched the second episode, and then I just saw all these massive articles, just like, oh, people are outraged, and I read the articles, and I was like, oh, they jump over 2 story arcs, and I was like, oh, well, that's shit. And then people are just like, yeah, this is bullshit, blah, 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 and all this, and I don't even know what you're doing, and stuff like that, which is kind of weird because the writer of the manga is actually involved in this. He's the writer of the anime. I guess he wants to go a different direction with it.
That's
Yeah, but whatever. It's like maybe like the Full Metal. I'm just calling it the Full Metal syndrome.
like from Full Metal to Brotherhood.
Yeah, yeah.
But that was done right.
No, the first one was sucked ass.
No, I meant the transition.
You know what? So I'm not gonna lie. The first one wasn't bad. It was really good.
For an anime, it wasn't bad.
It's just the ending was just really fucking bad.
Yeah.
And then they tried to make a movie to make it better, and that was really fucking bad. And we're like, all right, we're just gonna give up. It's just like, yeah, just follow the fucking manga. And the manga's really good, and the ending was amazing.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Like even if they tried to bring it back, I don't know what they could do or how they could even.
I mean, they could. I mean, Alan could go. They can do all the stuff that he went to the desert area. Remember? Because he traveled out there with the homunculus people.
Yeah.
Or the chimeras.
Because now he's got
he still has the power.
Al?
Or no, Edward.
He can still do alchemy?
No, Al was the younger brother.
Al, yeah.
Yeah.
I said Al and you said no.
Oh, I thought you made me fucking question myself. I was like, wait. You're like, Al? No, Edward.
Yeah, I did that to you.
Fucking asshole.
So Al can still do alchemy?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
I couldn't remember if he could
Ed,
or not.
the older brother.
Okay.
Edward can't do it.
Because that would kind of make sense because, I mean, he gave up his alchemy to bring his brother back.
Yeah, he gave up the knowledge.
Yeah.
And then the equivalent exchange, which they should have did that in the first one. That was brilliant. I thought that was brilliant. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That is good. I was like, oh, that's fucking awesome. Yeah.
Well,
that was a good moment.
I just love that. I was like, that's right. He didn't have to sacrifice himself or anything. He had to sacrifice the other thing he loved the most doing, and that was alchemy. And I was like, that's a good way to do it.
I got choked up, man.
Oh,
I get choked up at this scene, and right when Alphonse gives up his body. He gives up the seal.
Yeah.
So his brother can get his arms and legs back.
Oh yeah.
So that kind of like, I was watching. I was like, oh no, the feels,
the feels.
Get out of me, demons. But yeah, and then I was just like, man, that's fucking crazy. And what was I say? No, and then yeah, that one's a very like crazy. I don't think I get that many crazy moments in anime. I was like, but that one somehow just hit me.
Yeah. The one of the coolest badass anime moments, it's like if I could do a top list, is still the one where he burns Lust up. That whole scene.
Oh, Mustang?
Yeah, because funny.
The first time or the second one?
In Brotherhood.
Oh, Brotherhood.
Because it's funny because Megan got big into the show and she thought Mustang was a bad guy.
Why?
And she's just because he's kind of a douche in the first few episodes, so she hated him. But then when he gets up and comes in and his shirt's all off and you see he cauterized his wound, and he burns her up, she like said she flipped a switch and she just loved him. She thought it was such a cool scene and everything like that. And she's like, but I just love how like Lust is like, I hit you, you're supposed to be dead. He's like, yeah, I seared the wound close. I was like, I got a hard on for you, Marina Mustang.
Oh,
wow. I was like, that was badass. And then he fucking just keeps burning her and burning her.
That's the episode, folks.
It was a badass scene. It was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing about the Mustang and Lust thing. And well, see here in the first one, in the first series, it's Envy that kills.
His friend Hughes. Yep. That's what gets me is when Hughes dies.
Oh, that was fucking. And, it was actually sadder in the first one because because here's the thing is like there was more character development in that series with certain characters.
For Hughes, yes, absolutely.
Yes. And even Scar, like Scar had a big past in that one, and they talk about the Ishbalans more. And then the whole series, that whole thing.
Yeah.
And that was a crazy thing too. Like Hawk you know, that tattoo on their back. They show this. They show it. So you know how they do those cutaways, and then they have those characters with poses.
Yeah.
And then they show one where she has the writing on her back with it kind of burnt out. The corner of it burnt out. So they never really talked about that.
Because the only time you see it in Hawkeye and Brotherhood is when she's taking a shower, and you like see her back.
Yeah, but the thing is just like that's like how'd she get that tattoo on her? I think they talk about that in the first one.
I don't recall it in the second one, so yeah.
Yeah, they don't talk about it at all.
Yeah,
but I think it's like the seal that her brother that Scar gives to her.
Yeah,
because that's what happens with Scar because he gets the seal from his brother. But then that was kind of sneaky. I like how they threw that in the Brotherhood where they gave Scar the other one, the other seal, and then he was like, "Yeah, I wasn't trying. I was holding this away. I don't like it." And it was the one for creation. Yeah. So, yeah. And then that's pretty interesting too because his brother was his whole body was basically a seal.
That's his brother's arm, right?
Yeah, both of them.
That's what
both of those. Well,
that Scar has.
Yeah. So that's the weird thing on the other one, on the first series. That is his arm, and he never had a second seal. He only had the one arm, and that was supposedly that his brother gave it to him, like in some kind of transmutation, or like when they did that transformation. But in this one, it looked like he just passed his seals. That was the weird. Oh, like he just gave him his seals, which is really weird.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
All the seals that he like transferred his seals to his brother. Yeah. And then it looked like he passed that one to Hawkeye.
The one Riza. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But they don't really talk about it. But I mean, there's a lot of good added to it. Like they added Armstrong's sister. She's by far one of my favorite characters. You want to talk about badass people?
I like that whole arc.
Yeah, she's just, oh my God, she's so awesome. And how he's so scared of her. Remember they were fighting for the right of the household, and he was trying to leave the house. She was dragging his ass back in there, kicking his dick in. It was hilarious.
The best thing with her is when that one creepy general dude who knows about the army of the kind of lifeless things, he sits her down, talks to her, and says, "How would you like the thing for immortality?" And she's like, "Oh, tell me more." And then like after that, like she just fucking offs him and kills him. And she says something like some witty line about it. But then fucking the Fuhrer, like he's like, "I heard you like dispatch him," and she gives like, "Yeah, I don't have a time for weak men," or something like that. And I was just like, God damn, this bitch is so hardcore.
I know. He's crazy,
and that's why some people are like, "Why do you like pick girl characters or something in games?" Because I was like, "Because I love badass women in these fucking shows and games, dude." Yeah. They just write their characters so well, and it's great.
I liked the second series. It was pretty good.
It's miles better.
Yeah, but yeah. Moving on to Pokemon. Yeah, the announcements: Diamond and Pearl getting a remake. It was so funny because my cousin sent it to me a message on Instagram, and then he was like, "Diamond and Pearl, man, you got real notes." I was like, "I already know, dude." I was like, "I'm hyped." Yeah. Shit, you know how fucking cool that's gonna be on the Switch, man. I wonder what they're gonna do different. The remaster.
I don't know.
Are they gonna put it in like newer, like not the graphics so much as like what Pokemon is on Switch, but maybe his graphics is better as from Sun and Moon.
Yeah, I don't think it's Sun and Moon graphics. I really think when you look at the gameplay and stuff, it literally looks like Diamond and Pearl just upped a bit. Like it looks
they showed
it's a little cartoonish still and everything like that. You know how
really?
Yeah, you know how like went from Ruby and Sapphire to the 2D but with kind of good ray tracing and 3D-ish. And then they went up and you can kind of see the models standing in their shadows. Yeah. It's similar to that, just more polished. So that's why I'm like, but I can kind of get it because the Arceus is their looks like another like the new mainstream thing because
Yeah,
that
the
looks like
Legends.
Breath of the Wild.
Oh,
And so there's but just remember, there's a joke picture going. It's like, which Pokemon do you want to get? The one that looks like the Legend of Zelda, or the one that looks like Legend of Zelda? Because they put the Diamond one next to a Link Awakening remaster. Looks like the exact same game.
Oh,
and then
wow.
they took the screenshot where it shows the behind the picture of that girl in the big open world in that Arceus thing. It looks just like Breath of the Wild.
Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's it's interesting. It's gonna be interesting seeing with that.
I want to know more about that Arceus one. Super open world Pokemon.
Yeah, it looks like it showed that video of it, right? Where they were just throwing random Pokemons.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be more like Hey Pikachu, or not? Is it Hey Pikachu or Hey Eevee? No.
You're talking about those games?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like that, the Eevee and Pikachu game, because it looks like it. Because it looks like you just roll around throwing balls at people, and then you're capturing them, and you get that 1v1, and then. But I did catch something pretty amazing about it, and I thought so I did catch something about that. What I caught was that the fighting, they look like they're actually hitting each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're actually doing their moves.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit, I'll take that.
Yeah. I don't care what it could be the trashiest game as long as the animations are great.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense, because that's what Pokemon got their shit.
Yeah.
Sword and Shield, because of the
Pokedex
attack
thing.
Huh?
It was the Pokedex thing with the attack animations. Now, people weren't so mad that the animations were terrible. They're just like, oh, what the fuck's this? It was the fact that the Pokemon company said the reason they cut the National Dex was to focus on animations and the graphics of the game.
But then not the Pokedex. Nobody gives a shit about the Pokedex.
That's-
Well, people did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they
why.
did, but-
No, that's why
but,
everyone was
I mean,
mad.
No, they were also mad about the animation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People were disappointed with it. But the reason why I got so much backlash is because specifically in an interview, the main director of Pokemon said that they wanted to cut the National Dex to put more data and information in the game to improve on the animations.
Yeah. Oh.
And then they were dog shit.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Because they kept doing like, I think there was same actions were two different moves.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was so terrible. It's like,
Jump Kick was my favorite because that Fire Bunny had it, and he would his animation would just jump. That's it. He would still be doing his idle animation while jumping.
That's weird, man.
And then every Pokemon had the same tail wag move where they just shook their butt.
Yeah.
And their model would just shift and then shake their butt.
Yeah. It's so weird.
Pokemon Go, like, I felt had more attack animations than that game.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so crazy. I don't even know, man. It's gnarly.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was really bad. I mean, I don't know. What are you gonna do?
So back to the Patreon thing, though, because I know last week we talked about starting a Patreon.
Yeah.
And we did. Well, we created an account.
We're just trying to find the fine tunes what they give you folks.
Yeah, the tiers. So we have it on our Facebook that we requested what would be something cool to see at certain tier levels. And we're going to have, $1, $2 tier level, $5, $6 tier level, and a $10, $12 tier level. And we're scrolling through ideas like,
Yeah.
high five shout outs,
random raffles,
Yep.
and shit like that. AMAs. Win yourself a sody pop, something. I don't know.
deck tech videos and stuff like that. So
Yeah, we could talk about something. Tell us build a deck, and we have to run it for like a week or two.
that's gonna be tough because we don't know if we have this
I
stuff.
was like, oof.
But yeah, like we thought it'd be cool, like if for the higher ones we actually do videos and actually start posting.
I still
to YouTube.
think we should do the what someone can buy immunity if we're playing Magic with them. It's like $2. I'll give you $2. You don't swing at me for the next 5 games.
I think that would create animosity though, because then they're buying their win in these group games, and so people who don't want
at least they're paying to the podcast, and they're giving us a few bucks here and there. Because I would like to use that Patreon money to buy like maybe a third mic and a set of headsets. Maybe we can get some guest in here or something. Spice it up a little bit.
Oh, we do have another USB port.
And or you maybe get a camera. Maybe get some, again, like I said last time, get some soundboards. Go pew 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 and just get crazy.
You
I don't know, man. Soundboards are good.
You can do soundboards on the computer.
I guess. Are they?
Yeah.
Why the fuck you haven't been doing them?
I don't know.
Lame.
We're a professional podcast.
Okay, because they all do soundboards, and they got lights, and they got cameras.
What he's saying, he wants a professional studio put back here somewhere.
No, it's not professional. Just getting a little bit.
It's damn well more professional than what we do.
Well, we need to figure out if we can get an outro music, get an intro music.
We have intro music.
Do we?
Yeah, we've had intro music forever.
Oh shit!
It's a generic royalty free intro. Oh, what's funny about that is if you listen to any one of these, because I do soft openings and stuff like that, the intro music I got off of a random website that's royalty free. But then I saw a game on Steam that someone made in RPG Maker and used the exact same music for their background music to showcase the game. I was like, hey, we have this.
Oh.
But yeah, outro, we can just find anything too random. But I want to get like game themes and stuff that are altered, because then you can't get copyrighted or anything. So yeah. Okay. But yeah, Facebook and stuff, keep your eyes out on that, or go comment on the topic I did, because we're looking for requests. I feel like a lot of people don't
comment on Facebook. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe people just don't care. But maybe if someone who didn't know and they're listening to this and
they're like jamming down their throat and say, hey, give us ideas, sons of bitches. But whatever.
I really like the idea of certain tier doing deck tech videos, or like our top 10s, or what we think should be put in commander decks. I mean, we're not the best or anything, but we've been told they like some of our decks because we use a lot of tool sets, a lot of utilization, a lot of synergy.
I don't.
Yeah, you do. Use a decent amount of counters and removal and stuff.
That's it. That's not synergy. Just I deal with problems. It's like, oh, that's not cool. I did play Kazmi. What's her name? Kashmir? No, not Cat. That's a fucking clothing.
Cashmere? Yeah, that's a good thing you stopped yourself there. Huh?
Okay. My green blue chick.
It's not Kasmina, but I know who you're talking about. I think you're trying to say Kasmina.
Is it Kasmina?
No, Kasmina is a planeswalker.
Then who? What's her name?
I don't know. Rashimi.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's Rashimi.
That's a totally different letter.
Yeah, I just.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no one likes your Rashimi deck.
Yeah, they just kind of scooped. They just like, this game is gone forever. Well, it's like, yeah.
It's funny because I overheard you. You said, guys, get ready for a long game.
I know.
It was a long game. You weren't lying.
I try to tell them, like, bring your heat, because you're just gonna ask for permission all day long.
Yeah, there's
just like, oh nope.
People need to understand threat assessment.
Huh?
People need to understand threat assessment in Commander.
I told him straight up ahead. I was like, this is going to be a long game. You're going to have to bring your heat.
I would think it'd be 3 against 1 at that point.
It was. It was 3 against 1. That's what that deck is built. It was literally, when I first started the deck, I was like, oh, I really like this chick. I just keep fucking drawing cards. And I could play free spells once in a while.
Yeah.
And then I would just like, and I was like, all right, I guess. And I was like, I bailed it. And I was like, oh, I just really hate that was when everybody was starting to make their competitive decks, and I was like, I'm just gonna combat competitive decks.
Yeah.
And then I made it, and then just kind of stuck around. I don't really play her that much because people cry too much.
Yeah.
Saying, "Where's your win con?" I was like, I added 2 more win cons. I only had 1.
Do you have consultation in that? No, you can't. It's black.
No. Yeah. I was like, I added 2 more win cons because you guys cry too much, but I was like, I'm trying. And I was like, well, because the deck is a super turtle.
Yeah.
Like, you literally legitimately cannot do much.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just have to bring more counters than me, and I run 18 counters in there. So
Yeah.
now somebody's gonna build one with 19 counters and say, but no, it turned out really well for me. I mean, got Rashimi out like turn 3, and then just kind of turned into dumpster fire for them. I like how Max was like, he had all these creatures and just out because he was playing Omnath. And then I was like, basically, what did I do? Oh, I was playing Omnath, and he was playing Omnath, and then he just kept making all these tokens. Kept making these. You know what? Anthony would have kicked my dick in if he kept swinging with that dinosaur, the one that copies and just get bigger. If he kept swinging at me, I would have died. I think, but he stopped, and then I was like, oh. I think he was afraid of Max, because I think he was gonna afraid of the back screen on him, because he got rid of his Ren and 6. I was gonna get rid of it. I was just like, and then Anthony beat me to the punch. I was like, okay, I'll save it. I was like, so then so he was afraid of the back swing on Max, because Max had to get in, like, because he had Rampage and Belovs out, so he kept getting all these fucking tokens. And then just that and random stuff, and I was like, oh, okay. Haggie's playing his egg deck, so I just kept maintaining. Like, I couldn't do much with Haggy though. He was just kind of not whiffing, but it wasn't really working off. He had like turn 2 fucking Grand Abolisher. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, Haggy did.
Yeah,
I remember
Rashimi was only getting like 3 activations instead of 4. And then, so either way, and then at one point, I drew Constant Miss, and I showed it, and because I had revealed it with Rashimi, and oh shit, oh sorry about that. So I showed it, and then he was like, he goes to swing it. He started like turning dudes coming my way. He's just like looking at my board, and he only sees that I have Rashimi out, and then he's like, oh yeah, okay, these are, how many blockers you got over there? I said, I got Constant Mist. And he's like, I got Constant Mist as a blocker. And he's like, and he paused, and he's like, oh yeah. Oh, that's a pretty good blocker. I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. And he's like, well, Anthony coming at you. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm okay with that. So, but then like the following turn, get this shit. So the following fucking turn, he came back to my turn. I drew into Boundless Realms. Ooh, so I cast Boundless Realms. Do you want to know what I fucking got on top of Boundless Realms after that? I with Rashimi, I had Late Night Anticipation, and I was like, oh fuck! It's like I Boundless Realms, and then I Late Night. Yeah, no, that wasn't it. I Boundless Realms, passed over. And then next turn, I had played Seabone Muse into Ley Line of Anticipation.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah. Because even Max's friend, Zach, he was like, oh, shit.
What a thing to flip over. Wow.
I was like, all right, your go. I had like 20-something lands out, dude. It was fucking hilarious. Because that Boundless Realms, I got to look for like fucking 9 or 10 lands.
You always seem to win when you play that card.
It was like, it is.
Like, it seals
so
the deal.
Nuts.
I don't know why.
It's so nuts. And I was like, and after a while, it's just like, I just had a grasp on the fucking game. And then it was just like, oh man. It's like, and then this is the first time I've ever heard Max say this. Do you have a win condition in that deck? I was like, yes, I do. And I'm trying really hard to get to it. Because I had played Soothing Song, and I was going 18 deep, like every turn. Yeah. And I'll shuffle and then go 18 deep. I still couldn't find the fucking the card. I was like, how in the fuck is this possible? It's so weird.
At least you didn't take 26 points of Vial Smasher damage.
Yeah. That was there was 2 on the board. It was
Don't
eventually
care.
gonna happen.
Don't care.
I guess.
1 out of 4 people.
Yeah,
And they thought it was the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah.
Whether it was for 1, 2, or 3 or 5 damage, just Aaron, take it. I'm like, fuck. And they're like, take it again.
Yeah, Val Smasher's a bitch, man. I hate that cloud.
And you can't be mad about it because it's completely random.
It is rad.
Oh, and I think I came back winning that just because of that Rexiel. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Complained about it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I can't wait for the next person who complains about
I don't
taking 20
complain.
26.
I don't complain.
Val
The only
Smasher
time
damage.
you ever catch me complaining, and I said it again, the only time I ever catch me complaining is when my deck is taking a shit on me. That's it. When I'm like drawing horse shit and just like not doing anything, and just like I'm like, you know what, this is a bunch of bullshit.
And that's what I complained about with the one deck because I wasn't getting land, but apparently I can't do that.
Yeah,
The Val Smasher game I didn't win. I just remembered I did not win that.
I just don't like that. I don't like when my deck just takes a poop on me. I don't care if somebody's like doing shit in the game because that's part of the game. They're playing cards.
Yeah, but it's when
but
you're
it's
beating yourself.
My deck is just like fuck you. I'm
Yeah.
like, you piece of shit. It's like,
Okay. Well, hopefully by next Saturday we'll have our Patreon figured out. It'll be up and ready to.
yeah, man.
What,
Get
I don't know
going.
what you call it, subscribe or donate to or something like that.
Yeah. You know, get this podcast up and going, man. We'll do some crazy shit. Give out some free shit. You know, get some
Yeah.
raffles.
We definitely
Get
are thinking
some,
about that. Play mats, sleeves, and stuff like that.
Well, you know, we'll do some stuff. Play mats, board games, you know, random grab bags. You know, we'll do some shit.
Or random grab ass.
That too. We'll give us some money for that.
You're like, I didn't think of that.
I was like, yeah, we'll grab somebody's booty. They pay for it. So, you know, get that butt grab. Get a hug. You want a snuggly hug? You know, we get good hugs, man.
Is that technically prostitution?
For a hug?
Well,
No.
they're paying for it.
Yeah. We can see, here's the funny thing. I was tempted to start a friend. I saw it on, it might not be that big here, but you know, with COVID and everything, it might be a thing. Like rent some buddies to play or rent a friend to play games with you. Might start a business like that.
That's
Why not? Well, okay, it was like COVID had happened, right? The interaction with people has like gone down to a limit. Like, say if you miss playing with your friend, playing with people with board games, but you don't really want to leave your house. Why don't you just rent a friend, come over, play some board games?
but they don't have to rent. They just do that on Steam. They do that with like Spell Table or Discord.
I get that, but nobody likes that shit. People like interaction. Okay,
You just said don't leave the house.
I understand that, but human interaction is a lot different.
So you mean
I
that
I'm
you
very
go
sure-
into that house?
Yes,
Oh,
or maybe get murdered or something.
yeah.
That could be it.
That seems. I pretty much like looking over my shoulder every time because that's how that stuff has happened in the past,
That's true.
and that's how you end up on Dateline.
That's true.
So, yeah, think about that one a little bit more.
I don't know, man. You think people would be cool would just want to rent a friend?
To murder.
I didn't think about it. I mean, I didn't want. I put more trust in people. I'm just like, yeah, he's not gonna kill me. Oh fuck! I'm in the basement. I'm like,
You're getting stabbed.
Oh,
and you're
man.
like,
It's like,
how did
God
I
damn
not
it.
see this coming?
God damn it! No.
He called this a friendship chain latched to this fucking cement block. All right, we gotta get going. Everyone, be good to everyone. Have a great day. All that good
Yeah.
stuff.
See ya.